Thijs. I'm from the Netherlands for around 8 years. I'm the owner of Duli, Sichuan food. When I was in the Netherlands, very nice, beautiful country, but I always thought it was too small for me. I always wanted to explore, and I found Shanghai a very exciting, grand city. It's already 17 years ago and still here, so that's my story. The best reason to start a business is always to solve your own problem. And my problem was that I didn't have a restaurant in Shanghai that I could really enjoy vegan food. A second reason is that I always heard a lot of people who are normally not vegan or vegetarian complain that vegan food is very boring and it's not nutritious. I wanted to prove that vegan food can actually be very tasty. That motivated me to start Duli. Vegetarian basically means that you don't eat meat, but you can still eat dairy products. Vegan and plant-based are basically the same. So that means that you do not eat any animal products. When I was living in Chengdu, there was one thing I always noticed, is if I would bring my family from the Netherlands or other people who normally eat meat, I would bring them to these kind of Chengdu restaurants. The taste would be so strong. The spices, the bold flavors, that they would still feel very satisfied despite not eating meat. For me, that was really the key. The second thing is the location. There, I always wanted Duli to be very accessible. I'm very familiar with the Yanping Road neighborhood because it's that's a neighborhood with a lot of foreigners and also a lot of Duli customers who we had in Donghu Road, they are living here. And the third is the concept. So we basically don't want people to think too much that they are eating plant-based, we just want them to feel normal. Mapo tofu just always works. And with the hummus element, it just makes it very creamy and interesting. We have a new Xinjiang spiced kind of kebab skewer with a very, very creamy cashew tahini sauce and mushrooms and seitan. We recently introduced pani puri, these kind of Indian little, I think they're like rice bowls but inside all kinds of ingredients. Yeah, these three I would now recommend. I'm not a chef, but I do have a vision. So my vision was bold tasting, creative, plant-based food with Asian at the core. I have always had a philosophy that I want to work with chefs who are not plant-based, because that means that they understand what people who normally eat meat, what they are looking for in terms of taste. There's many people who come into Duli and who said, I didn't even realize that we were in a plant-based restaurant. That's the biggest compliment that I can get. I think Shanghai as a city is just, for me, it's the best city to live, the most open-minded city. For Duli as a concept, there would be no better city in China than Shanghai to start, just because the people will be more open to our concept. I think Duli gives the local community an option to, to understand what also healthy living is and more sustainable living. I think the most convenient is that everything is available 24 hours a day. All the restaurants, supermarkets, delivery, whatever you need, you can get there. Yeah, it's just a very comfortable and safe, I would say safe place to live. Inconvenience, not that much. Maybe sometimes the traffic. I love drinking hot water, just like most Chinese do. Where I come from, the Netherlands, everybody drinks cold water. I love bubble tea. So I would say these two things are on my list, besides the love for the food. City new service, je ingang in Shanghai.